Hello YouTube, let's play another game. Playing with the black pieces this time. This is quite an odd opening, but you can kind of play Caro-Kann style against this as well. Now I don't know this. But I'm guessing, let's actually go here. Yeah, maybe this is an idea. Probably I want to put my pawn here. Like this trade, it's never really something I want to go for. Although if he takes with the bishop, I can attack it immediately, but I feel like I'm just gonna play it safe. And let's see. Let's go here. And just castle. Like I said, just play it safe. But this is quite a good bishop. So I'm gonna try to trade it off. No, it's not such a good bishop anymore. Okay, interesting. I might want to get a knight here. And start an attack on the king side. Let's just develop first. I'm not in a hurry. Okay, that kind of forces matters. Now, do I want to take? I feel like having a bishop here is quite nice. Just lining up. So probably want to just keep my pieces. See if I have some attack here. Don't know if there's anything there, but I'm gonna try at least. Probably gonna have to break with b7. Okay. Do I want to trade that? Don't think so, because this is actually quite nice. It's not really aiming at anything, but it's just nice to have. This bishop doesn't really have any squares because all my pawns are on light squares, so I feel like this is alright. And again, this bishop is bad because it's blocked by his own pawns. It's quite a close position. Yeah, so he goes for that, which is smart. Basically stopping this. Although not stopping it, but it's defending preemptively. So I might have to go for the central approach now. And break there. Defend it 3 times. So even with this bishop opening up, that shouldn't be a problem. Now it does improve his bishop a bit. So that's the thing. And this, I think I like to see. Just because I can now improve my other knight. I have the bishop pair now, but it's quite a close position, so I want to open things up. So if he's not gonna trade, I'm gonna trade pawns. And of course he needed to respond to this first, so he didn't trade. And in this case, I'm gonna go for this, but I don't know if I want the queen trade. I might just step aside and start using my rooks. Could also go here, but he has 2 knights on that square. So let's just step aside for now. Giving him control of the file, but I can easily take over again. And my king is really safe. Yeah, so he goes there. So let's just put a rook here. Maybe double up. So Yeah, let's do that. Taking with the queen if he takes. I'm just trying to grab control over the e-file. And again, he still has a really bad bishop, which might be able to activate through c1. But he first needs to move his other rook, probably. You know, I have full control over this file. He can't move his other rook here. So he might want to play this and then bishop back, just so he can activate his bishop. Yeah, and he's going to play on this side of the board, but there's nothing there. So I'm not scared of that. Trying to see if I can infiltrate. Maybe just this. It's gonna be an outpost. Also, this might be an idea now. Improving my bishop. Let's actually go for that. Because I'm seeing maybe I have something there in the future. And that's really weakening, I feel. So can I already take? Now do something like this. I should probably... I don't have time to calculate, but I think there's probably something there. It's at least interesting. Pawn is pinned, so he can't take my bishop. Of course, I want to take his pawn. With either the bishop or the rook. Or maybe the queen, but then if he can trade queens... Remember, I have sacrificed a piece, so... don't think I can afford trading queens. Yeah, his king is very weak here, so... I feel like this was a good sacrifice. But we'll see. He's taking his time at least. And I don't see a way for him to defend this pawn. So he might want to move his king over, just to get out of checks. Then still, things get dangerous, like after this, he needs to move his queen, and then my rook can perform some checks. Also my queen can easily come in, my bishop is here. So it's really dangerous for him. Okay, that's interesting. Going for the queen trade. But here his queen is no longer defended, and this is check. So he probably missed that. Yeah, now I'm definitely winning. That's made in 2, I think. Yeah, and he times out, but I think it was made in 2. Yeah, made in 2. Let's go to the game review. Felt like I played a nice game. Let's see if the sacrifice was actually good. Well, I had a brilliant move, so probably it was. 88 accuracy, 2250 rating estimated. Let's see what the engine has to say. So this was still theory. I didn't know theory basically from the first 2 moves. So this was quite alright. And here the engine says, yeah, e5 is also an idea. He can't take because he's pinned. But probably after h3 I have to take. Yeah, so this is a line apparently. And it's about equal. Could have gone for this. But I took the safe approach because I didn't know this position. And if you don't know a position, you don't really want to make it too sharp. Because if your opponent does know it, that's probably going to end up badly. And this was all alright. It's a little bit better for black here. Let's see here, yeah. So this was not the only move, but the best move. And basically the way to move forward. b6 was not really an idea anymore. Like, I can play it, and it's still okay, but he doesn't have to respond. Like, you can just play some random move, and yeah, if I take, he can just take back, and I've opened up a file, but that file is not really that important. So let's go back. This was the right idea. Yeah, and here this was just bad. It's already -2 by this in this point. Felt like this was the right idea. What does the engine say? F5 even. Yeah, just going all in with the attack. Makes sense. I felt like improving my pieces. This was not the right idea. Yeah, just closing things down because I have an attack on the king side makes sense as well. I didn't want to trade queens here, though the engine says it is the best move. Probably because that's also a way I can just grab the e-file. But this was also alright. Not the best continuation, and this was even a mistake. Let's see what the engine says. Knight h5. I thought about this at some point, but I didn't really know where the knight would be going. Like visually it looks dangerous. I'm getting more pieces into the attack, but yeah, couldn't really see a follow-up. Yeah, and here I just have full control over everything basically, so I felt like this must be good. And this was actually a brilliant move and the best move, so I was correct here. Even if I just moved my bishop, I felt like this was a really weakening move, and the engine agrees it's still +3. But intuitively, I just thought this must be good. Like after this, because this will be check, and even if not check, let's say he makes a random move, I could go for the check. But even if I take with the bishop, I'm now attacking the queen and this some discovered checks. So let's say he moves the queen here, I can still win the queen because this is check. So then he needs to move to a dark square, like here probably. No, I don't even know how he saves his queen. I don't think he can save his queen. Because this is covered, this is covered. Here he just loses his queen like this, it's pinned. So that would just win his...